Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we are back with another video. In this video guys, we're gonna talk about Sean Diddy Combs, carrier, Sean Diddy Combs, street pharmacist, Mr. Brendan Paul, because he has been granted immunity in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs. And he basically claims that he was instructed to buy thousands of dollars worth of various drugs for Diddy's use. Now, we're going to go into a overview of his testimony and then we're going to get into the details of his testimony. Now, as you guys can remember, Brendan Paul, he's the guy that was arrested on the same day that Sean Diddy Combs' LA and Miami mansion was raided. But he got a deal wherein he had to do a program that provided him with the education and awareness of what, drugs and these substances do to family, how it ruins the community, the mind, the body, and all of that. And he had to work with some special facilities like recovery facilities, like rehabs and stuff. He had to do some community service. So that's just a quick synopsis into the background of it. Now, today's day 5 of Sean Combs' trial. And as I've said, he took the stand. And today he revealed that he was sweeping Diddy's room and he grabbed the cocaine, but forgot to take it out of his bag before leaving for a family vacation with Diddy. Now, Brendan testified that he purchased drugs for Diddy on several occasions. He said he paid $4,200 for 16 ounces of weed every 2 months. He said other drugs were only purchased less than 10 times in his several years of employment. Brendan said handling drugs was only a smart part of his responsibilities for Diddy. So there you get the sense that he was also, setting up freak off rooms and stuff, because you'll get hired for one position based on my understanding. When it comes to Diddy, you get hired for one position and then you're taken, you have to take up other positions. So he's saying that he would have to ensure that the rooms were stocked with baby oil, extra sheets, towels, and alcohol. So you definitely know that Diddy has a drug problem, and I don't think he has been, he's been in withdrawal. I think that someone is paying someone to sneak it in for him, and he's still on it in small doses, not on the, free level as he once used to, because he's now behind bars. Now, let's get into the details of what transpired during court. Now, as I've said, day 25. Now, Judge Aaron Subramania said the defense application related to a juror has been denied. The application came up earlier this week regarding juror number 7. Subramania said the juror was questioned. So that was denied. Now, we're gonna get back to that maybe in another video. Now, in a trial, a juror defense application is when a defendant's lawyer requests to have a juror excused from the jury. Today, the court will provide the defense and prosecution with a proposed jury charge guidelines by the judge to the jury before deliberation. Now, Diddy's former assistant, Brendan Paul, he takes the stance for direct examination by Assistant U.S. Attorney Christy Slavic. this portion of the testimony is expected to last about 90 minutes. So, when he took the stand, we're going to get into that as to what was questioned, what was asked, and all of that jazz. Now, Paul was hired to work on food and physical conditioning. Paul said Combs' team seized up on his background as a college basketball player. He played 2 seasons at the end of the Syracuse Orange bench from 2018 to 2020. Paul testified that the job was time-consuming. He said he was told to get in, to get out, and forget about his personal life. The witness said he was told to break up with any girlfriend he might have and say goodbye to his family for this job. I'm wondering if he was used as a sex worker as well, but let's continue. Just imagine for that job that where they are abused and manipulated. A string of manipulative tactics continues. Now they're saying he testified he worked for the mogul from the late 2022 until March 25, 2024. Paul's salary started at $75,000 a year and tapped out at $100,000 by January 2024. That salary was not even anything for him to forget about his girlfriend and his family. Definitely not a decent salary for such work. Now they're saying Paul testified that the job was time consuming. He said he was told to get in and to get out, forget about his personal life. The witness said he was told to break up with his girlfriend and all of that. So we went through that. No, Paul testified that his job was to make sure Combs was happy and carry out all the requests to his satisfaction because the music mogul didn't take no for an answer. Combs compared his staff of assistants to SEAL Team 6, demanding they move without failure. A twisted, psychotic man. They're saying Paul said Diddy fired him multiple times, including once for forgetting to bring boss Lululemon fanny pack. Chief of Staff Christina Crum told Paul to keep a low profile and it would blow over. He recalled seeing Combs a few days later and he said, "Just say hey." The witness recalled being asked to buy thousands of dollars worth of drugs. He says marijuana, cocaine, pink cocaine, ecstasy, and ketamine were all on his shopping list. Paul recounted meeting up with dealer named Guido, One Stop, Baby Girl, and Ovi. Oh my God. Diddy had a network really going on. I'm wondering what's going to happen when they get some of these people on the stand because I cannot imagine the trial going on without them getting some of these people on the stand. Now, Paul testified that his job was to make sure Combs was happy and carry out all the requests to his satisfaction because the music mogul, we did that, doesn't take no for an answer. And he refers to them as SEAL 6. Now, next slide. Paul testified that Combs asked him to try drugs and he did it to prove my loyalty. I felt euphoric but did not feel the full effect. He asked if it was good. I said yes, and then I kept working, he said. Paul testified about the long list of items he needed to pack for Combs for hotel nights, including toiletries, lights, candles, incense, condoms, liquor, soup, Astroglide, and a Gucci pouch that contained drugs. Paul also had to pack $5,000 of cash for Combs. When Paul was arrested for cocaine possession, the witness said he refused to tell authorities why he was carrying those drugs. Paul said he didn't give up any names when the prosecutor Slavic asked why he was initially helpful to law enforcement. Paul said loyalty. It's not loyalty. I think it is fear. I don't think it is loyalty. I think it is absolutely fear. No. The cross question comes in by Combs' attorney. Brian Steele questioning Paul. Paul was asked directly if he was some sort of drug mule and responded absolutely not. He said that he did personally handle minuscule amount of drugs at a time, and he understood those drugs were for Combs' personal use. The witness said Combs' former girlfriend Jane Doe was not forced into spending nights in hotel rooms with the music mogul. When asked by the defense if Jane was ever sorry or not a willing participant, Paul said absolutely not. The witness also denied that his work amounted to being part of criminal enterprise, which means that Diddy has something over his head and he's fearful. He's seen enough to be fearful. Even if Diddy is behind bars, he is still fearful. And the only reason why they're getting the other information from him is because it's already out there. Now, Paul was arrested again March 24th, 2024 at Miami Opaloka Executive Airport on charges of possession of suspected cocaine and suspected marijuana candy, according to a police report. His arrest happened on the same day federal agents conducted search warrants at Combs' residence in Miami and Los Angeles. The charges were dropped in December because he completed the program and such. He's a first-time offender. He would not do any time behind bars. Paul testified about being arrested on the possession of cocaine, and he was on his way to a family vacation and the drugs were found in his Goyard bag. I was sweeping his room and I put it in my bag and forgot it while I was packing, he explained. When he asked during cross-examination by Combs' attorney Brian Steele, it was a mistake, Paul answered yes. When asked by the prosecution how he felt about Combs, Paul didn't have a quick and definite response. It's complicated, he said. Paul then left the witness stand. Special Agent Joseph Curcilio of Homeland Security Investigation is now on the witness stand. The witness said Combs' former girlfriend, again, she wasn't forced into spending hotel nights. So I think that Brandon Paul was coached by Diddy's legal team and why he gave the responses that he gave and how he gave them. We did the Casa Ventura and text message and all of that. But I think I want to get into that in another video because there's some additional information on that came out during trial today. Now, we're going to leave this because this is about Brandon Paul taking the stand. He didn't serve any time, but judging from his testimony, you can tell that he's still fearful of Diddy. He is seen enough to be fearful of Diddy, even when Diddy is behind bars. There's still loyalty, and normally when loyalty like that still exists, it is coming from fear. From the get-go, he was told to forget about the people that are important to him in his life, but irrespective of the fact that he was told to forget about those people, he was going on a vacation with his family at the time that he had those things in his bag, which is given the sense that that's a lie. But he was coached on positioning his response in that manner. And I know you guys will see that as well. But this is all I have to share in this video about that. Let me know what's your take, guys. And while you're at it, do all you need to do on this video to support your girl. Peace.